well. He does recommend that you buy the books from him. He said he really doesn't get any money if you buy it from Amazon. So I try to encourage people to go to his website. But yeah, Dr. Claude Anderson, his book is Black Labor, White Wealth. Last episode actually showed a copy of the book. I actually forgot to bring a copy to show it again today, but you guys can, you know, look it up and check it out. So yeah, let's talk about some group economics. So with Dr. Anderson, if you do a little research on him, you'll find out that he's pretty much like one of the leads. We're trying to wake us up and give us some knowledge that we haven't, you know, really been given, you know, through the school curriculum or even through some of our so-called black leaders. You know, it's just things that they're not discussing. So he's saying we got to get a grip on some of these areas and educate ourselves on what's going on in order for us to figure out how we're going to maneuver within this game. So I think with the Puerto Rico situation, it's a clear example of the help might not be there like you think when it's time for it to be there. You know, it just might not be there. So this is why we created Black by Demand. This is the whole essence behind Black by Demand. Black by Demand, blackbydemand.com, Black by Demand radio show, right? The whole essence is to get us to practice group economics so we can start spending money with our own businesses, empower these businesses, right? And
thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
This is the reality of the world that we're living in. A lot of young people don't have the information that is necessary to have healthy lives. And a lot of the organizations that are geared towards young people don't have individuals that are going to be as honest as this gentleman.
One of the issues that I have with this quote unquote Christian nation that we live in is that
not just the Christians,
being religion allows you to live in denial, but the world does not live in denial. So who are you helping with your all right, I'm gonna stop. I'm about to do something.
The reason I shrink that or take that away because it's people who are not religious. It's people who they're not giving their young people, or they don't have a person that could be that honest with them. I mean, we all have that. I know I had a mother like that.
There are
rather than
and it's just and it's been recently because I've recently had more interaction with teen mothers than I have in my whole life. I wasn't my mother wasn't a teen mother. Her mother was. She made sure none of her daughters were. So it was, you know, in as I get older and working in certain areas, you tend to run into that. And one of the things that blows my mind is how often a teen mom does not talk to their child at all, period, much less their daughter that they had at 15 to say, these are the realities of sex. These are the realities of the choices that you can or cannot make. These are the realities. Like, how do you not, after going through it yourself, knowing the stress, the looks, how do you then turn and look at someone else and say, all right, good luck? I mean, this is your offspring. I'm sorry. I just get very emotional about that. It bothers me that there are a great deal of people.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
If you had a dream venue, where would that be? Like, some people want to be...
Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Starts now. And welcome to the Artist Exchange Radio Show here live only on BeExposedRadio.com. We're here like 2 hours earlier today, and we're going to actually do 2 shows today in lieu of our show tomorrow. So definitely stay on. If you're here, you're with us for the next 4 hours. So don't get tired. Get some snacks right now, I'm telling you. But we have 2 different shows today. One, our first show, we have Mr. Bobby Huntley the second.
Yeah, I'm the second one. That's true. Yeah.
And then we have Mr. West. Say your last name for me, because I'm
Guerrier.
Guerrier. I didn't want to butcher that.
No worries. It's all good, my brother.
And they are a part of the International Black Film Festival. Bobby is actually videographer, filmmaker, director,
everything. Everything.
And Mr. West over here, he's affiliated with it. He's a photographer.
Yes.
What is your connection to the festival?
Laura Poindexter, actually.
Okay.
Laura is from Baltimore, and I've worked with Laura on a fashion show a couple of years back, and that's how we got connected. And so she's good people's, man.
Were you here the first time she came to the station?
No, I wasn't here. No.
Okay. Because she comes with an entourage.
Yeah, man. Laura's a
photographer.
Beast. Yeah, she's a beast.
Yes.
Laura's a beast.
She's a diva.
She's a beast.
And I know she's listening. So. But she is a good diva. She's a good diva. Bobby, tell us your connection to the festival. Is this your first time being a part of it?
Yes, this is my first time.
Well, welcome to Be More.
Yo, I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Have you eaten yet?
Actually, I did.
You did?
But I'm still hungry, though.
You're still hungry?
I can eat some
it
more.
happens to people.
Yeah.
Our food is much better than Atlanta. I'm just
why are you trying to get me in trouble, though?
That's why I said it. I didn't make you say it. I said it myself.
Don't get me in trouble in these streets.
Just don't wear no Atlanta hats up here. I'm just saying. We already got Steelers people just running the street.
Go Ravens. Just
but he wrote a movie. Bobby did. And tell us a little bit about the movie, and then we'll get into who you guys are individually.
Got you, no doubt. Okay, the title of the movie is La Vie Magnifique de Charlie.
Okay.
The Magnificent Life of Charlie. But you know, people, we call it just The Charlie Movie. So on Instagram, Facebook, everything's The Charlie Movie.
But you gotta say it the way it's supposed to be said, so
right?
We know better.
And I do with that whole French thing. La Vie, you
know French.
Just very little bit.
Very little. Okay,
I am a Francophile. I love the French language. It really always stuck in the back of my head in school. You know, I had several classes because I failed them several times. But you know, I stuck with it.
Well, that's it's not how many times you fall. It's how many times you get up.
Exactly. So shout out to Mrs. Robertson. How you doing? But yeah,
me. Thank you, Ms. Robertson.
But yeah, it was partly inspired by a French film by the name of Amélie. It's very whimsical, very lighthearted. Very, you know, almost fairy tale like. So I was like, well, why don't I do that with some black women in Atlanta and see what we could come up with? You know what I'm saying? So because we don't really see ourselves in films like that.
Right. Yeah.
And you know, it's quirky, it's lighthearted, it's funny, it has dramatic moments, it has all these elements, but it's about this young lady who's dealing, or depending on who you ask, failing to deal properly with the passing of her sister. And she's, you know, with her friends Kayla and Keturah, and they go on this journey, which pretty much all happens in one day. I love movies that happen over a course of a day. And she goes on this journey where her sister.
He's on a budget too. He's on a budget.
We will talk about that. But, you know, and actually her sister, before she passed, kind of left her like little scavenger hunt notes that like they used to play as kids. And it kind of helped her get on the journey to learn things about herself, learn things about her sister who passed, and her family members, her mother, and different things she had issues with connecting as a kid. And it's literally opening emotional doors for her that she was never willing to cross through. So all of those things in this amazing little quirky little film. And some amazing actresses, you know, Miss Laura Poindexter,
diva extraordinaire.
And what's funny really quickly was like, I was really adamant about the character, you know, that she plays, Vivian, because I wanted Vivian to be an oracle. If you saw The Matrix, it was this black woman. She had a gravelly, deep voice, so full of wisdom, power, black woman magic. And she's like literally passing down this Charlie in her weakest moment. And it's one of those real pivotal moments of this film. So, you know, I'm happy that, you know, Laura's a part of this.
And this was done... This was done a couple years ago, right?
No, it's brand spanking new. We actually finished wrapping in November, so we filmed the scene in November, and you know, been tweaking it and, you know, editing and all this stuff, and we just started, you know, going into the film festival market within the past couple of months.
So how long have you known that film is where you're supposed to be?
Yeah, I've been pursuing this since I was 10 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Somebody get you a camera? Or?
Yeah, I just randomly asked my dad, like, hey, Dad, can I get a camera? And I
Rich people problems.
My dad worked at Render Center,
Okay. He had to cook up.
The truck was left open, and we did what we had to do.
Know what happened to that.
Statute of limitations. No, I'm sorry. So, sorry, that Reverend Bobby Huntley. He's the Reverend. He didn't do that.
He has a story. So as a child, you knew that this is something that you wanted to pursue,
yes.
Or was it just something that you just found yourself liking? And when did you start taking it serious?
Oh, well, even before that, from the age of 5 or 6, I was, in music, writing, producing, and doing things like that, and painting, drawing, everywhere. I was all over the place, bouncing off the walls. And
as
film,
an artist should.
Yeah, that's right. But film, I found once I really started paying attention to it, it encompasses all mediums, and it brings everything into one. So it kind of actually calms me down. So
there's a reason behind that crazy.
Yes, yes, and
all
the people will agree when you call me crazy. They're like, "Oh, that damn Bobby," that's what they say.
I tell a lot of us. I think specifically like dancers and actors go through this. They pick that one thing and they don't really try anything else. And I always tell them, introduce yourself to either the backstage or another art form, because at some point you're going to need those things. Right. And definitely when you're on the writer director side, these are when those things come to be. Like you come across a situation and you don't know how, had you ever dabbled in photography?
Not especially. No, I didn't. I never really done the photography thing. That was the one thing where I made a conscious decision to, that's not my ministry. So I'll leave that to those that could do that.
Well, you're doing the same thing, directing. That's kind of because you're looking at the picture. Like, how does this picture? So you're basically doing the same thing. It's just not you're consistent.
Well, for me, pretty much, I would say I'm not a technical person. So I believe to be a photographer, you have to learn the.
I don't believe that.
I'm not. I mean, I know the basics. I know what I want to accomplish, but I know how to cultivate the right people to get, what I need.
And I'm
cool with that.
You're good at delegation. Okay, I got you. That's an important tool for a boss. You got to know how to get somebody else.
Yeah, so I know a little bit about what everybody has to do and how to get it done, but in terms of like really getting in there, I'd rather trust somebody else to do that.
So what was the first movie you ever made? Like, either as an amateur or seriously?
Okay, so we're not counting the little bootleg skits I did with my cousins in my aunt's basements and nothing like that.
Yeah. That's how you knew.
I was just ripping off old Mad TV sketches. See, Mad TV for me is like what Saturday Night Live is for a lot of people. So I was just rip off a lot of their stuff. But I mean, okay, this stuff in high school, college, I mean, there's just so much stuff I did, countless. I don't know, but my first real project that I would say kind of greased the wheel and got me going was after I got out of film school in Nashville. I was
Nashville. This man went to Nashville.
Yeah, I went all the way to Nashville. That's a whole nother story. But I did a fan-made version of the New Edition trailer for the story because I was trying to pitch myself as a director. Like, hey, I'm young, I'm out of film school, but I would really love to tell you a story. So me and the co-writer of the Charlie movie, Nikki Wade, this is when we first started our collaboration. And this was the summer of 2014 because I just saw them on New Edition for the first time. But I've always wanted to do their story since I was a kid. And so we casted for like a month trying to find, because you got to find people that look specifically like them. We went through the whole process, the hair, the makeup, the clothes. So I had to learn how to cut the hair. Like, we had help, but you just got to get in there.
You said you're not technical, sir.
I mean, yeah, I mean, but and even like going to Goodwill trying to find the exact clothes and things. Like, I even found the old school Africa medallions that they used to wear in the 80s and the Can You Stand the Rain video. So we put in all that effort, put the trailer out, and went viral, like millions of views. People keep sharing it like every few months. And through that, although I didn't get a chance to direct the BET version, of course, because it's BET, but it did introduce me to a lot of people. People like, who is this? Who is that?
Did you get any like feedback from them or?
Feedback? No, I mean, it was pretty much like, wow, we were amazed at what you done with no budget. So to hear that from executives and Right. Yeah, you know, we're very familiar with, you know, making do and making magic with what we got. So, and that further extends to, you know, the Charlie movie, which we've also done with no budget. And praying, you know, from my mouth to God's ears, this would be the last project that I would do with no money.
This will be the last.
That's what I'm saying. So, you know, you have to show what you can do and to invest in yourself first before others will feel comfortable with investing in you.
So, who are you? Who is Bobby outside of, you know, telling people stop it, cut it,
stop it?
Who is Bobby?
Dang, that just got deep out of nowhere.
That's how I do. I slide you in and damn. He not gonna say it. Wes not gonna say it coming either. Good at that.
I don't know. I'm still a work in progress. I'm still learning and growing because I've been all about film for so long that it's like, oh man, real life does happen. So I'm still, you know, coming into, you know, who I'm supposed to be as a man. I'm very close to my dad, so we have very intense conversations about things like that, spirituality, you know, okay, where am I supposed to be in life right now? How come I don't understand this? How come I don't understand that? So I'm just full of questions, and I like to take those quiet moments, those anxieties, those fears, those concerns, and incorporate that into my stories.
And it's very important. I just actually left a meeting with a really good playwright, and she's like twice my age. And I said to her, you're trying to find yourself, and you being an artist, and you just have to live. That's the part of the journey and finding yourself. Live. It makes your work so much richer. It makes your relationship so much richer when you feel fulfilled in a moment. You may not be where you want to be, but you definitely are where you're supposed to be in that moment, and you just live, and you'll see it reflect in your work so much better.
Right. Now that's something I have not done yet.
Live.
Since I've gotten out of school and trying to do all these projects and keep the wheels going,
well, we're gonna keep you in Baltimore a couple extra days, and you go live.
That's what I'm talking about.
So we'll be right back. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. Don't go anywhere.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at StopTextStopWrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Thank you very much.
Because they had nothing else to do.
So it was like, imagine that your late husband was actually your father. I can't imagine that because that's disgusting.
Very much so.
And then I would have to clean my basement because that's where my actual father resides right now. So, okay. The 60-year-old woman learned the truth about her husband, Percy, 6 years after he passed away.
Not Percy, though. Percy doesn't sound like that name.
Percy just sounds like a feminine boy.
Really?
Yeah.
But nobody told you at no point.
Sound like
Like Percy. Look at Percy over there with his purse.
His name first.
Percy always switching.
And you just keep laughing at him.
That's a joke. What do you call it? What's the gay boy's name?
Percy.
Percy.
What are you doing, Percy? I don't even know what to say about this one. And I'm the one that said it. Oh my gosh, we're here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. The conversations can get deep. They can get out of this world. But we do them. BeExposedRadio.com. Talk Lately, the radio show.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe. From flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice Products today. Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice Products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice Products today.
Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
That's the biggest thing, is just empowerment. Just get off of the begging line. Just be proud and just get our pride and our dignity back, because as a child, we're taught how to go and beg for a job. Our parents, they literally taught us how to make sure you pull your pants up. Me, I'm 6'7", so I'm a bigger man. I was always taught how to not be threatening or intimidate people when I go into different interviews or different scenarios. And so we're literally taught how to condition ourselves, condition our speech, everything, in order to go and beg these people for a job, because we know when we walk in the door, I have to tear down 10 stereotypes before I get past hello. So we need to eliminate that. You know, and we need to eliminate that, and the way that we do that is employing ourselves and employing our brothers and sisters. And so that's our mission, is group economics, uplift ourselves, because I can't empower anyone until I empower myself, and change from just being willing, because it's in my heart and my passion to see my people succeed and see us do better and change the social order, because I know that we are not supposed to be on bottom. I understand who I was. I know I didn't fall out of the sky and land on a plantation. So when you have knowledge of self and you know who you are and what you come from, it's frustrating more than anything to see us in this position.
Tune into the Artist Exchange every Friday, 7 p.m.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Probably around 12ish to 1 is the best time. Welcome back. Oh, we got a phone call. Are we on? Welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show. Here live on BeExposedRadio.com. I believe we have a caller. Hello, caller.
Hello.
How's it going, Miss Laura? You gotta turn it up on the side. How you doing today?
There's a lot of background noise. I can't hear you guys.
Hello. I'm gonna I'm gonna call you back. So hang up, Laura, and we're gonna call you right back. So that was Miss Laura. She's also in the movie. We're gonna get her back on the line. And give her a call back. She's gonna call. I'm gonna call her. Laura, don't go anywhere, but I'm gonna call you at 5:30. So we can work everything out. So we have in the studio, we have Mr. Bobby Huntley II and Wes
Guerrier. Guerrier, replace the P with the G.
Right. So tell us who you are, Mr. Guerrier.
Okay, Wes Guerrier. I am with Wes Guerrier Photography. I am a photographer.
Photo shoot coming up?
Probably. Oof.
No, I was talking about mine.
Oh, yours? Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's what's up. I'll be there then. I am actually.
You're the photographer.
Yeah. I'll be there. I'll try to be there. But I actually found my passion 3 years ago. I was asked to participate in a introductory model shoot for a new upcoming modeling agency, and I was asked since I was single at the time. It was a buddy of mine, Frank Jules.
You said since you were single at the time?
Yeah, I was single. I'm still single. But at the time, 3 years ago, I was single. He said, "Wes, since you're single, man, do you know of any attractive ladies? You know, that kind of thing. That we're looking for models." So I said, "Okay, sure. Let me find out.
Just go in my closet, bring out a couple, you know.
Let me see what I can do." But bottom line is, I met a young lady. She was a waitress at a restaurant, and I told her that she was attractive. I thought she might be a good potential for modeling, and if she'd be interested, and she actually took me up on the offer. So that one shoot, I was asked to hold on to a Nikon D3200. It's a DSLR. It's the low DSLR. And I was.
Because you're talking to a straight actor.
Okay.
My co-host will understand. What
Okay, gotcha. All right. It's the basic It's the basic Nikon camera. Okay. It's as most basic as you can get.
I got you.
All right, for digital.
Because that was a lot to me. I'd have bought that.
My bad.
If you would have said it like that.
But bottom line is, he had me to be the roaming camera. He had a more expensive camera. He was the main camera.
Okay.
So I started basically taking advantage of capturing the energy of the moment, basically. Because for me, I just get into a creative mode when I have a camera with me. And bottom line is, that day, for the first time working with that type of camera, still photography camera, I realized that, oh my God, I love this. I have to do this. I have to buy my own camera. And after that day, I decided to just start saving up some money and took my entire paycheck and
that's how you know, not even that you're a photographer, but that's how you know that you're an artist, because we will spend our last on supplies.
Yeah.
When I started, like, not even going to the mall, but I'm buying, like, supplies to be an artist, and I was getting excited over headshots and, you know, getting my resume duplicated. I was like, I'm crazy, but that's part of your artistry.
Absolutely.
So since then, you've been doing it?
I've been doing it on a regular basis. This past year, I've experienced a lot of growth. I've connected with some really good people at the Michael Lewis Photography Studio. Besides doing work on the outside, I've been doing a lot of studio work. So I've been really working with a lot of models within this past year, probably close to 40 at this point. And I'm really getting much better at just learning how to capture what I want to capture.
So are you more on the editorial side or the art side, or are you at events?
That's a good question, because when I first got my camera, I was shooting everything. I was just that hungry to shoot.
You having a wedding? I'll be there. Baby shower? I'll be there.
And bottom line is, let me tell you about my first year. My first year in shooting photography, I decided to take some of my pictures and, just out of curiosity, submit them somewhere to see if anybody might like them. I landed on the Smithsonian photo contest.
Wow.
And the thing that freaked me out was they accepted 13 of my 14 images. Okay.
Wow.
And I was like, hold up, wait a minute. I was just thinking maybe one I would have been happy, but that really surprised me. And that's when I realized that, wow, I have something. I got to really work on building it and developing it.
And you were just getting started.
Just getting started. So I shoot outdoors. I shoot landscape, cityscape. I shoot abstract. I've shot weddings. I've done Sweet 16 parties. So I'm really pretty much open. I'm still looking to figure out what I'm really, really good at.
I'm just saying, you get this about my good side.
Yes.
And in terms, because now there's a church on every corner, there's a liquor store on every corner, and there's a photographer in between both of them on every single corner.
Right.
So how do you stand apart from, you know, this YouTube generation? And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, a lot of people are finding themselves going to YouTube without going to classes or studying under somebody. But just jumping
good question. For me, when I really, the passion that I had for this thing, it was so much more than just having a camera and taking pictures. For me, I am about capturing the energy of a moment. And so from that perspective, I believe that the advantage that I have, prior to me buying that camera, I used to be involved in a ministry back at church years ago. When I was involved at church on a regular basis, I volunteered for a television ministry at that church, and I learned about this concept called composition, learning how to compose a shot, what's within the frame of view, and how to capture it. Learning how to compose. I believe that composition has really contributed to me having an edge, in a sense, with my photography.
But it's not this shoot.
It's just shooting. Not. Exactly. It's about capturing the energy of the moment. That's the best way I can describe it.
And some of the photographers, I'm not like an expert or anything. I just, took a couple classes, but I've had bad photo shoots, and one of the reasons have been because a lot of the photographers don't have the patience, or I've spent a lot of money getting headshots done, and my collar was jacked up.
Yeah.
Like, you're not looking.
That's right. You're not paying attention to the details. Yes.
Yeah, and that is just as important as
details are critical.
Finishing or the editing.
Yes.
And you can't edit a crooked, collar. Maybe a couple scars if I have a mark or blemish or something. But like, you have to be able to look at something and see the whole picture and not just what looks good to you.
Absolutely.
And be able to see everything. And it meant the difference between, now I understand how to choose a photographer versus just going to the one that was very popular. We have one here in the city. Everybody goes to him. Everybody had their headshots done. Celebrities. And you spend a lot of money, and his window's of opportunity. You got to get it when you get it. And I didn't look like myself. So it was a lot of editing done. And it's just, now that's what it's about. Like, I'm going to take a picture of anything, and I'm just going to edit it to a better quality. But we're going to take another quick break. We got some work to get done. We got some bills to pay. So we'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show with Mr. West and Mr. Bobby when we return. Don't go anywhere.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice Products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice Products today.
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is.
This fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K, check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio at 9/11.
Coming to y'all soon.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired Radio Show. So, since we're talking about the book, can you give people a synopsis of what the book is? And what's the name of the book again, and then what it's about?
The name of the book is From Trial to Afflictions. More than one, because there were more than one afflictions.
Yes.
The book is talking about, actually, it's my life story. And I have to add in there that when that prophet told me, he said, tell your story, write the story. He said, and God said, tell your addiction. Now, see, I'm not going to tell the addiction because you have to get the book to read it. But it was about deliverance. It was about all the, trials and tribulations we go through. People that come into our life, even people that come to try and break you down or draw you down so that you can't stand for God or worship Him through your situation, because that's the adversary using them. We have to know that. But through it all, I was still praying and fasting. I needed help from God. I really did. I needed help from God to see me through. And for anyone that's going through, I say that this book is about different afflictions.
Yes.
Going through them, how you get through them. And I had a sister pushing me too, praying for me. I thank God for that again.
Yes.
But it also talks about deliverance. There is deliverance in the process.
Yes.
And you have to be willing to see yourself first, to know that you need deliverance.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Thank you very much.
Because they had nothing else to do.
So it was like, imagine.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired Radio Show. Now here's one little speech I'm going to give you before I get into the next article. Here's what I want to tell you. Still, fear is big business. Fear is big business. I'm not telling you not to be alarmed by what you're seeing. I'm not telling you not to be concerned. What I'm saying is not to buy into the notion that we should be afraid. You should be informed. You should be aware. You should start educating yourself about some things. I don't have the solutions. I don't have the answer. I wish I could say that if you did X, Y, and Z, you might not get shot by the police. I wish I could tell you that, but I can't. But what I can say is just start making yourself aware of what's going on, but don't be so consumed by what you're seeing that you become afraid, that you don't want to go out. Or you become numb. That's a good point, Nate. Nate said, or you become numb to it, like you just don't care. So we need you to just continue to be in touch with what's going on, but educate your family, talk to your sons, talk to your daughters, because it's not just limited to men. We know from Sandra Bland, she was a young woman who was killed. And we don't want to say, we don't know all the details behind what happened. No, the fact is that person's life still matters. They still have rights. They should not just be killed dead before they even get a trial. Okay, that's the point. They deserve a trial at least, but they can't even make it to the jail cell to get a trial to be tried. They're being killed even before arrest. Terrible. So that's my soapbox.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on Be Exposed Radio.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show. So since we're talking about the book, can you give people a synopsis of what the book is and what's the name of the book again, and then what it's about?
The name of the book is From Trial to Afflictions. More than one, because there were more than one afflictions.
Yes.
The book is talking about, actually, it's my life story. And I have to add in there that when that prophet told me, he said, tell your story, write the story. He said, and God said, tell your addiction. Now, see, I'm not going to tell the addiction because you have to get the book to read it. But it was about deliverance. It was about all the, trials and tribulations we go through. People that come into our life, even people that come to try and break you down or draw you down so that you can't stand for God or worship Him through your situation, because that's the adversary using them. We have to know that. But through it all, I was still praying and fasting. I needed help from God. I really did. I needed help from God to see me through. And for anyone that's going through, I say that this book is about different afflictions.
Yes.
Going through them, how you get through them. And I had a sister pushing me too, praying for me. I thank God for that again.
Yes.
But it also talks about deliverance. There is deliverance in the process.
Yes.
And you have to be willing to see.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show. Now here's one little speech I'm going to give you before I get into the next article. Here's what I want to tell you. Still, fear is big business. Fear is big business. I'm not telling you not to be alarmed by what you're seeing. I'm not telling you not to be concerned. What I am saying is not to buy into the notion that we should be afraid. You should be informed. You should be aware. You should start educating yourself about some things. I don't have the solutions. I don't have the answer. I wish I could say that if you did X, Y, and Z, you might not get shot by the police. I wish I could tell you that, but I can't. But what I can say is just start making yourself aware of what's going on, but don't be so consumed by what you're seeing that you become afraid, that you don't want to go out.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show here live only on BeExposedRadio.com. Today, we're doing an extended Artist Exchange show, so we are here like 2 hours earlier than normal. So we actually have two different shows today. Today, the first show is based around the International Black Film Festival. We have a photographer in the building. We have a filmmaker, and we have the organizer of the film festival, actually. And then actually one of the actresses on the line right now. So it's kind of full in here. I didn't know it was going to be this tight, but it got tight. But we got to know Mr. West a little bit, and Mr. Bobby, and now Mr. Kenneth is sitting before us. And Laura's on the line, so we're going to get to her after we learn who Mr. Kenneth is. The socialite, because he's at every event, let me just tell you.
Well, yeah, so my name is Kenneth Moore. As you said, I'm the founder of the Baltimore International Black Film Festival. And the festival was really founded through a nonprofit organization that I founded 3 years ago called SOGA. And what SOGA was concerned about was trying to find different ways to have us connect as a community and different activities that we can do here in Baltimore. And being an avid film enthusiast, a film festival was started during our first year. We had 10 films that first year. This year we have 89.
Wow. Wow.
That we've grown, and we've also extended and have a youth night, which was last night. But yeah, we wanted to.
So it's a week-long festival.
Yeah, it runs from October 4th through October 9th, with the 9th being our last day celebration, where we have a brunch with the filmmakers that are in town. But we're screening from October 4th through October 8th. At the Charles Theater, we were the first 2 days, and right now we're at the Murphy Fine Arts Center screening as we speak.
Morgan State.
At Morgan State University. And then we also have a screening this Sunday at the Reginald F. Lewis Museum at 2 o'clock.
Wow. How do you organize 89 films and still give each one of them the same amount of attention? I'm still trying to come up with that idea.
It's almost like with having, you know, children. They don't all require the same amount of attention, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing. But yeah, it's definitely leaning on the support of folks in the organization and volunteers. This is an all-volunteer organization. No one is being paid for this. This is truly an effort to try to bring quality films to the city of Baltimore that typically won't come here and have not been coming here. You see film festivals kind of in Philadelphia, and then really the next one as you go south is Atlanta in terms of a film festival that is showcasing African American films and films from the African diaspora. So that kind of was our motivation to really create a stop for these.
Because they're out there, there are filmmakers like Bobby everywhere, but it's just not, it's normally one or two of them at the other festivals.
Yes.
And it's not really an eclectic blend of work being seen, but that's definitely a big feat to take on, to start with 10. Did you see it growing to this point, or was that your goal all along?
I can't say it was the goal initially that it would grow kind of this rapidly, but I think as we started to gain a few more resources and we were able to do a little bit more, then we always had an abundance of quality films that we wanted to show. And even in that first year, there were films that we wanted to show, but we didn't have the resources to really do that. So as we were able to gain some resources through donations, through some organizations that nonprofits and business interests that have lent some resources to us, then that allowed us to kind of do more.
What's the selection process, or is it just like you have a film, I'm gonna welcome you on?
No, we have so we have films. So part of what I like to do is I like to screen in real time wherever possible. So I'll travel to film festivals all over the country and see the films, and then that creates a good opportunity to kind of see the film.
What's out there?
In a space where it will ultimately be shown, in a theatrical space, and then interacting with the filmmakers and, you know, sliding them a card. Do you know there's a festival in Baltimore? You know, you might be interested in bringing your film to Baltimore, and our audience would love to see it. And then we also have a electronic process where nationally, globally, folks can submit their films to us, and then we cull from that and kind of narrow down from those selections that we get.
Is there a kind of a teacher-student relationship being built for some films that you may want to select but they're not quite ready? Like, how honest are you, or is there feedback given to those types of movies?
You know, I hasten sometimes to offer feedback, because for me, There could be a whole lot of reasons why a film is not selected, and one of the reasons could just be we didn't have the room, or, or there were so many great films, and we just couldn't fit the one in this year. And then what I like to do now that we've been doing this annually is to send an email back to them, bring your film back. We couldn't do it last year, but we want to do it this year. And over the last 2 years of the festival, that has happened numerous times where a film didn't get selected for not a reason due to it not being something that we would want to show, but we just didn't have the opportunity to show it that year. And then we brought those films back in subsequent years.
That's awesome, because a lot of people, you don't get picked, then you just got to go back into the shuffle.
Yes.
Will there be a point, or has thought been put into, say, starting your own, network, or possibly showing these films like year round, or a platform like that?
There has been some thought and some conversations with someone who does that. I don't want to organize that.
Okay. That's not my lane. That's not my lane.
So I have been having conversations, because what I really want to do is extend the platform for these films. Oftentimes, these independent films outside of the festival life, and if they don't gain some kind of deal with some limited distribution, or we've had films in the festival make it to PBS, Netflix, without Redbox, HBO. So and theatrical releases. So we've kind of run the gamut in terms of exposure that the films have been able to gain outside of the festival platform. But there are online entities and options, and we want to try to partner perhaps with someone to create other spaces where our films can be showcased.
And you said that's a part of what you want to happen, but is this not what the festival does directly? It's not a part
at this time.
Okay, that's still a good thing, because people want to be seen. They don't want to that exposure word for artists can sometimes be overused and used in a wrong way. But people want to know that if I'm, people coming from other countries or other cities or other states, they want to know that something's going to come out of this. It's not just a couple people being able to see it, but they actually got something to show for it. Taking that investment. Tell me the criteria for being a part of your festival in terms of a film bringing themselves to you.
Well, there are three main areas that we want to showcase films in, three different areas, and I could say even fourth, one being a youth component, since we've now developed a youth component. But we also want films that speak to the African American experience as one lane, if you will. And then we want films from the African diaspora. We are an international festival. So as we're calling films, we want films that are from countries outside of the United States. And then we also want films that speak to the same gender-loving LGBT community, because we want to, again, show us as African people in the African diaspora, in all of our complexities, all of our nuance, and all of our dimensions. And we feel that if we have films in those three categories, we'll pretty much capture pretty much all that.
Was that your initial mission, or that just as it grew, you opened up the door to?
Nope, that was from day one.
That's awesome.
Yep, that was from day one. From the first festival, we wanted to have films, and of the 10 films that we showed that first year, we had pretty much a third that fit into those categories, and we tried to keep that same formula going forward.
So we're going to introduce the diva into the conversation. Hello, Miss Laura. Is she still there? Did she go to sleep? How's it going?
Good.
Hey, Laura.
There you go.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Represent.
So Miss Laura, she's been on the show before, and her energy is just infectious. I'm quite sure all you gentlemen know her, and you've been in her presence before.
Yes.
But I really adore her because her energy is necessary. When I first met you, Laura, I was at a point of, is radio really for me? This whole talking thing could be for the birds sometimes. But I've seen you grow. I've seen you take a leap and just move on it. And I see the results of it. I see how taking that jump has gotten you to where you are now. So speak to where have you been for the last 2 years since you last been here?
Oh, well, it's going on close to 2 years, and I've been in the 8th year.
Yes.
All right.
So what have you been up to?
Well, I gotta do this. I have to do this. I have to thank every single man in that room. It's crazy that we have a room full of powerful, creative, intellectual men. And the news right now is broadcasting brothers robbing and stealing and doing. They never show the other side of our story. So I first need to thank every single individual in that room, starting with you. I love you so much. Thank you for supporting me, believing in me, and just for doing your thing and just never giving up and creating this wonderful, wonderful platform for our stories to be told. So big ups to you, number one.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Now I'm getting ready to put Bobby's ass on Front Street.
That's the Baltimore coming out of her.
Bobby's talking about he likes to delegate. That thing is a beast when it comes to making a movie.
He's trying to play coy right now, but I see it. I see it.
Okay, let me tell you, Bobby will cut and shoot. He don't care how bad your feet is hurting. He don't care how bad your makeup is hurting. He'll catch your nose and get your butt back out here on this set.
Okay, Ike.
Get done. Called him Ike.
I have to thank Bobby Huntley. I have to thank Miss Nikki. Their vision was incredible. I watched this. This is the game. Entertainment. You want to work for exposure. So when I first came down here, that is all that was offered to me, because outside of what I had done as a radio personality and a host, nobody really knew me for being on stage or screen. Bobby gave me that opportunity, and he said to me, this movie is going to garner exposure. And he did. He did what he said he was going to do, and because of that, I don't ever have to work for exposure again.
That's
you dig what I'm saying? I don't ever have to work for exposure again, because the movie that he created was in the Bronze Lens Film Festival, the Peachtree Village International Film Festival, the Baltimore International Film Festival. He's going, they're in Chicago, they're going to Los Angeles. Big up to Bobby Huntley.
Yes, absolutely.
He was trying to be humble, but you took it right on out.
That's what it's about.
Stand in your truth.
Yes, and Wes, I have to thank him. It's crazy. You be careful how you treat and behave and act with people. Wes actually did a photo shoot for me some years ago for actually an Atlanta magazine, but we shot in Baltimore. And his energy was crazy. He just gave 100%. He gave his all. And it just come full circle, because Wes has been extremely instrumental with connecting us with Kevin, making sure that we get everything we need so that I could be Skyped in for the Q&A. Like, these collaborations and the relationships you make with people are so vitally important, man. I bless you. Know I love you, but
much love, my sister. Thank you. Very humbling. Thank you so much for your support.
Yeah. So, Charlie. Oh my God, Charlie is just a sexy, crazy, fun, cool movie. And Vivian. Oh, Vivian is that diva, okay?
Typecasting much, Bobby.
I'm going to get Bobby to actually speak, because when he casted me, he was like looking at me, and he was saying, like, I need for you, and he was talking to me, I need for you to understand, like, this character has, like, he was scaring my ass. I was like, damn. So, I'll talk a little bit about the casting process. Bobby cast some amazing actresses.
Yes.
Yeah, it was quite a process because when you sorry, it's weird hearing yourself talk at the same time. When you have a vision, and you know, me and Nikki, we was like, we need women who feel like this. We need them to feel like that. We need them to convey a sense of carefreeness, if that's a word.
Yeah.
You know, so just to find, you know, those women that could balance each other out and show different sides of themselves that you don't really see in a lot of media with black women, unfortunately. So it took quite a process, but all of the, you know, the women that came along, especially the young ladies too. We have a couple of kids in the film that play younger versions of the older ones, and they are so professional, so awesome. Like all these women were just beautiful, all different sizes, shapes, colors. I wanted to show the gamut of all of us, and like I said, with Miss Laura coming through, being Vivian, like the oracle of this whole project, just tying everything together into a bow, giving Charlie a sense of direction in life. This is who you are. This is who your sister was. Your sister's not here anymore, but she loved you and she brought you here for this moment. It was a huge, powerful woman. It is one scene, but it's so pivotal. And I was like, we cannot skimp and let just anybody play Vivian. You know, so it was a blessing for this young lady. I'm sorry, this is amazing.
Diva, you get to go. Diva.
She just strolled through the audition like, I'm here, and I was like, yes, you are.
This is my role. Thank you.
It's done. This is yours.
Yeah, and I'm like, I was trying to figure out a way, like, can we add her in another scene? Like, how can we do this? Like, this is dope. But it was just like she just came.
Next time, next movie.
She just killed it. It was just awesome.
Well, you know, being in Atlanta there are a lot of opportunities, but you guys know that whenever anything is opening up or budding, there is also the opportunity for a lot of fugazi. So I've been dealing with that, the ups and downs, but I'm like, it's crazy. I'm working on my 5th movie now. The rise has been amazing. I'm only looking to do bigger and better things because of being casted in Charlie. Just to get a little coin here and there. My bank account is still kind of Kevin Hart initial setup, the way my bank account is. It's getting better, and that movie really put me in a position to negotiate harder. It kind of cemented me as, this lady is an actress. So again, I really can't thank Bobby enough. And hey, Mr. Tally, doing your thing with the film festival. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Can I just add something really quickly to that? Because this is actually blowing my mind. Because as many times as I talked to her, I didn't know it was like this and it was like that. So just to hear this from an actress perspective is just completely blowing my mind. But I just knew from day one, we didn't have the funds, we didn't have the money. Right. And I'm open and honest with my actors, like, yo, the days are gonna be long, the food might not be the best, but please, let's pray, bear with me, because I have a vision. Wow. And the funds still aren't there. I'm here, making the typical artist story, but I'm like, we have to push this film, and I promise these actresses that this movie's going to go somewhere, and it's until my last breath I'm going to continue pushing this film.
We're about to go to a break, but I'll say on the behalf of an actor to someone who writes and produces and curates art and captures art, that's communication is sometimes, I didn't say all the time, sometimes more is more it's much better than a paycheck or a good craft service. Communicating with me and being transparent about things and not just making promises for the sake of making promises. But I'll close out on that, so don't go anywhere, Laura. We're gonna be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Awesome.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice Products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice Products today.
Do yourself a favor and listen to this hilarious flashback on Charm City Direct Radio Show.
You know me. I eat like this all the time. Do I gain any weight? No, at all.
You can have my belly right now. I'm giving away body parts. Somebody said they need a butt. Somebody said they
I
need
can
a
use a
butt.
little extra tissue there.
I can pop it right now.
He out here giving out butt cheek donations.
Hey everybody, it's your girl, the magical glow getter herself, Anissa Maureen, co-host of the Charm City Direct Radio Show. Catch me and the rest of my team every Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
It's time for flashback.
Now, I'm not gonna say all Aries don't know, but
It's just the one you had. That was
just
just.
a long line, right? You know. But it's always something that you can
Go ahead, listen. Can you recollect any signs that you might like?
October 15th or 16th. What is that?
And Libras.
See, I've had some good Libras and I had one really bad Libra, but he was white, so he f***ed his back anyway. So I don't.
Wait, hold on, wait a minute. Demonstrate. You got to demonstrate the back.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice Products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice Products today.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Hey everybody, this is your girl, the one and only Thick Cows. Check us out every Saturday from 5 to 7, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Oh, recently?
Yeah.
I was talking about overall. No. Two?
That was Uber.
That wasn't Uber.
Yeah.
That wasn't. Yeah, that was Uber.
That situation with Uber, I think they told us about.
But this guy, you know, my whole thing is pay attention. You know, I don't know if this dude was trying to get home or something, but he was speeding.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back. We're here live on the Artist Exchange Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. I don't know who idea it was, Miss Laura, to have a double back-to-back, but I'm hanging in there. I got my sugar under the table, and we're going to make it happen. But Kenneth had to leave because he's a busy man. He has films to orchestrate and curate, but we still have Mr. Bobby Huntley II and Wes
Guerrier.
I want to say it that way, but it wouldn't come out my mouth that way. I'm a Spanish student myself.
Guerrier, you know.
But that's Italian.
But close together, you know what I'm saying.
But joining us now is my co-host, Mr. HullyWood, fresh off a set.
How y'all doing?
And on the line we have Miss Laura Poindexter. I didn't realize you've done 5 movies already. Can I get $1? I see. Atlanta took another one of our Baltimoreans, but she stays connected however she can, whenever she can. So I definitely appreciate that, because a lot of people go to Atlanta and get lost, and we never hear from them again, and they become Atlantans artists on us. So,
you know,
go ahead.
I gotta rep my hood. I rep the 212 because I'm from Baltimore.
That's okay.
Baltimore for 20 years, and I definitely have to rep Baltimore. And now I'm repping the ATL. You know what I said on my post? If you can't get no stamps in your passport, get some area codes under your belt.
I love that.
Yes. So just a question, shout out to everybody. What has this process, I'll ask actually Laura and Bobby, what has this process been for you? You told me about the casting portion of it, but the work of it all, how is it for those people who may be thinking about going into filming and such? Because it's not easy.
Oh, no, it's not. So a lot of prayer is involved.
Oh, yeah.
But no, yeah, just surround yourself with people who believe in your vision just as much as you do. And, you know, I had a great team, you know, around me to help facilitate this. And it was a growth experience for me because there was a lot of things that I didn't, you know as a, you know, male director. Like, oh, yeah, you really have to give the ladies enough time for the hair and makeup. So I'm like, all right, let's go.
But you got to keep them on the schedule.
Yeah, so that too, sidebar, having an assistant director to help pad that out a little bit as well.
Because them hairdressers and makeup artists, they be like trying to...
We need 5 more minutes!
Right.
But yeah, it's just all about the journey because, you know, when you tell people about this film and they see the passion that you have for the story, and then the story pretty much is about them and it benefits them, you know, not only as, you know, actresses, but as women as well.
Right.
You know, so definitely know who your audience is and who the people that you're bringing on board with you to go on this journey, because it definitely is a journey. You know, we're like a family now because, you know, we've been through the trenches, and, you know, you push a film for like 2-3 years, so, you know, we're in this for the long haul with film festivals and all of that circuit. So
right. Yeah. Laura, what has this process been for you?
It's been the process for me. I guess it was all brand new. So when I actually came to Atlanta because I had gotten a role in a play, but I did not get the track prior to leaving Baltimore on a 24-hour bus ride with $32 in my pocket and an ambiguous limited. Okay? When you're chasing a dream, you gotta go balls to the wall, and everybody knows I get gutter. So I'm like, all right, no problem. But when I got the contract, Nate, the contract was, I have a business background. So if I accept something from you, I'm gonna give you 150% on my end. So if I'm anticipating you not giving me the same that I'm giving you, then I'm going to cut my losses, because at the end of the day, I can only get what I accept. And I'm just not going to accept anything. So I said, no, I'm sorry, I can't take this role based on the contract. And I said, well, I'm going to give myself 1 year to see if I have what it takes. I think I got the call back. I submitted to Bobby, and I think they got back in contact with me like 2 weeks later. And when they offered me the role, I had to now become what I professed I wanted to be. I had to become Vivian. And so I was Vivian all the time. Even though it was a minimal, I wasn't part of the lead, it was a lead for me, because lead means the beginning, and it wasn't my beginning. So I didn't have to be in a lead role. It was a lead role for me because it was my first role. Lead. I was Vivian all the time. You know, because when you get on that stage, the director, the filmmaker, the cinematographer, they don't have time for you to get ready.
Nope. Nope.
They want to see what they hired. I hired you, and so doing that, and the process of doing that, it really started to develop my discipline. You have to have discipline as an actor, so I don't chase after everything, because everything is not for me. I've done a lot of extra roles, but I don't that's not particularly my thing. I do it for extra money. You get to network and meet people, but I seriously want to act. And so The process for me has been enlightening, exhausting, exciting, exhilarating. Just you name it. It's been everything. But I feel very fortunate that I was able to accomplish so much within the time frame that I set for myself. And it's just to have the film showing in Baltimore. It means so much to me. Like, I can't even explain how much it means to me to say, y'all, I'm leaving and I'm going to this place to pursue this dream. And it's like coming full circle to have it showing in Baltimore, Maryland. Like, it's crazy.
And Atlanta is not a place that is easy to live or to go to with just a dream. And you've picked and I'm not saying pick, but it had to be destiny, because Atlanta is now starting to open up. It used to just be a road stop for film and TV. It wasn't somewhere where it was pleasurable, and it just was growing the way it is now. But you definitely picked an awesome time to embark, because I've seen a lot of people take that journey and then have to come back because for whatever reason they didn't have the drive or the attention or focus to really make it work and actually do that and then be successful at it on top of that.
Nate, I really think that people get caught up with the nightlife too, the life of Atlanta. Atlanta has it's nothing to go out to a club in Atlanta on Monday or Tuesday night. It's different. It's nothing, and I think people really get caught up in that. Like, honestly, I have invites to everything all the time, and I tell people I'm not being shady, but that's not what I came here for. Because I go out and hang out with you, and then tomorrow morning somebody says, I need to see you here at 9 o'clock in character. We're thinking about offering you this role. So I always keep my goals. And maybe that has a lot to do with wisdom. You know what I mean? I'm 51 years old. So I really don't have time for the fugazi. I don't have time for it. I'll be able to celebrate when I feel like I've arrived in a place where I'm comfortable. But right now, it's grind time for me.
Our guest last weekend, she gave me my new favorite quote, and she said, knowledge helps you to learn how to start a fire, but wisdom shows you how to control it. And I think a lot of artists, they get into the image of what an artist is supposed to look like and what it's supposed to sound like and all of that PR mumbo jumbo, and they forget about the talent, the job that you have to do. Like, you have to be prepared. Like, you can't come to rehearsal and then Bobby sprinkles dust on you and then you in character. Like, you have to come there knowing what it is that you're there to do. Like, he's there to direct what you've already made decisions to do. So that is definitely information that I think a lot of artists here in Baltimore need to hear. So every time you run into one, say that to them. But it takes more than just knowing that's what you want to be, or somebody seeing something, and you got to actually deliver, and you got to keep delivering it. And every job is like your first job, you know, so you got to keep that focus going. And like I said, Atlanta, like LA and New York, is not a place where you can just go there with a dream unless you got a blank check in your back pocket, and that's only going to take you but so far. If you don't have the talent, I don't care how much money you have or how much support from back home you have, if you don't have the talent, you're wasting money and time, and people will catch on to that real quick. Right. So I commend you, because I remember you being here like last year and you having that energy and you wanting to make it work, and seeing that you actually set forth with your dreams and actually made that happen. That's I applaud you. I really do. I commend you for staying on task and staying focused. In Atlanta, of all places, Chocolate City, number 2. So I know you'll be leaving us soon, so I'll ask you this question now. And I remember your answer from the last time, but what advice would you give to your 17-year-old self?
Wow. anything that you experience at 17 or 18 or 21 or your younger self will always serve for your older self. If it's nothing but to say, I'll never do that again. Every experience any one of us has, I don't care how egregious it is or if you thought you was never going, every experience you have will serve a purpose in your life if you're willing to learn from it. The fool is the one that keeps continuing to do things over and over and over. I might tell my younger self to slow down because I was
but that was life. You had to live life so you can appreciate it now. Like, that's a part of living life. That's a part of the journey.
Absolutely. Oh, and Nate, I wanted to tell everybody, I got the 40th spot for the 40 leading ladies in Atlanta.
Okay.
Congratulations.
There we go.
Congratulations.
That's what's up.
That's what I'm talking about.
Message.
That's what's up. Congratulations.
That's what's up. Get them. Get them. Only 39 more slots to go.
Yeah, that's right. That's beautiful.
But I just commend you and for staying true to who you are and staying focused and staying obligated to your initial dream. Like, this was just supposed to be a play, and you stretched it in ways that most people just Atlanta's too far apart. I can't get around. The transportation sucks. Like, I don't have a car. I live too far out. You know. So many excuses, but nothing backing it up. Nothing backing it up. I'll ask you two gentlemen the same question. What advice would you give to your 17-year-old self?
Wow. 17 years old. Let me think. Wow.
I'm looking at West's face, Laura, and I could tell he was trouble. He's trying to omit some of the stuff.
Not at 17, though. Not at 17. But I will say this.
He got ladies in his closet, Laura.
Well, let me tell you, I have 3 daughters. And because I have 3 daughters, something I've always tried to imbue in them, trying to get in their minds, and I tried to tell them this. Every decision that you make in life, every decision on my passion. And when I was talking to my girls, I was telling them, look, you need to find something that you love to do. It's not about the money. And I was being honest with them. I says, I still haven't figured out what my passion is, but I know this much. When I find it, I'm going to run with it. And I'm just grateful that God showed me at 47 years old something that I really, really love to do, and I had to do it.
We got to start teaching our young people to make decisions.
Yes.
And it's not something that if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But make a decision. Start with something.
That's right.
Mr. Bobby. Now he really, we can understand.
Trying to think about this here.
He's been rubbing his forehead for like.
And it's not to change anything, but sometimes when we fall down, if we would have just known something, it will make the getting up process a lot smoother or a lot easier.
On the person, I would definitely say take care of myself more health-wise. But as a person, especially in the industry, I mean, I was always, I was, if not in a film class in my senior year in high school, I was on my way to film school, so I was heading in the right direction, I would think. But just to the scissors one, that was just so great. But just involve God in every decision.
That's powerful, bro.
Keep them the nucleus.
My dad would like that.
Send them the clip. Send them the clip. So there's no right or wrong answer. I like to ask this question because I remember what started me asking this question was somebody asked me when I did an interview, and it took me back, and I was like, get out of my business. Like, it's none of your business. But it really made me think back, and I tweaked it a little bit because we can't change anything. And part of what we were talking about, Bob, before is this living life. you need to do that. It makes your artistry so much more juicier, and the season is so much better when you actually live life and you have something to talk about. I can't stand sitting in front of somebody giving me advice and they have yet to live at all. They haven't bumped or bruised anything. But somebody who knows what it feels like to scrape their knee is somebody who I like to listen to. Because that wisdom is coming from direct knowledge, not a book, not a clip they saw on Oprah, but from direct connection with what that feeling of pain or hurt was. So it's definitely not to change anything, but just to, you know, a lot of parents aren't giving their children foundations anymore. Like, they have nothing to stand on anymore, and a lot of them are going into the world not only blind but just dumb. Dumb to just stuff. Loving yourself, like, that's a easy lesson. But their parents didn't have it, so they couldn't give it to their child. So just simple things like that. Children are going into the world without any security in how they love or appreciate on themselves. So that's why that question is so important to me, and I love hearing. I've heard many different answers. The answer Laura gave the first time she was here was online with what she just said, but I can see growth in what she's been through in this last year and a half. So I can see a different perspective in what she just said. I was waiting to hear something like, I know you're not retrograding, Laura, but but I like to hear the answer. It really shows me where the person is and where they want to go and where they're coming from. Give us some information on what you have coming up, Laura, Wes, Bobby, on the film festival. Where should we be at 5 o'clock on Sunday? Like, all that information.
Yes, Le Vie Magnifique de Charlie will be playing.
I'm gonna get this man a Rosetta Stone for the holidays so he could be in it.
That's what's up. It will be screening at the Murphy Fine Arts Center. I just found out today, so that is a part of the college.
That's the theater building. That's the whole theater building.
I did not know that. Amazing, these things. So yes, that will be this Sunday at 5 o'clock.
Is it a certain room, like the Turpin Lamb, or?
I'm not familiar with it. I haven't even been there. I'm actually going to be heading.
Well, just show up to Murphy Fine Arts Center.
Yes.
And say I'm looking for Bobby, and they're gonna know where the
of course it's through, the Charlie movie, and of course it's through the Baltimore International Black Film Festival. So they're gonna have all their regalia and everything, and the volunteers supporting you.
And he has flyers, so I'll post one of the flyers on the website so we know exactly where we're going at. Because Morgan is when you get there, you must haven't been there yet.
No.
It's a humongous campus. It stretches.
Well, actually, yes, I've been to Morgan today. Yeah, I didn't go so. Oh yeah, I was walking around. Yes, I left posters probably where I shouldn't have. So.
Right. It's cool. It's cool. It happens.
As well?
Is it? I don't know.
Is this a red carpet event?
I don't know. I will find out tonight. I'm gonna go with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cause he's gonna come with a bow tie on it. Oh, so the two of y'all be good. I'm gonna be comfortable.
I'm gonna be comfortable, but just gotta flash it up.
I'll throw on a jacket.
A little jacket, a little something. You never know with the weather, so you may need that jacket. So Baltimore is strange that way. But I really appreciate all of you joining us. And any last minute events outside of this, if you want to promote it, where can we find you at on social media? Where can we send them checks to?
Social media.
All
That's
that.
great. The Charlie Movie. Everything is The Charlie Movie on Instagram, Facebook. I believe somebody else had The Charlie Movie on Twitter. I just joined Twitter. I'm sorry. So I think we're Le Charlie Movie, L-E Charlie Movie. So we're working on getting The Charlie
Le real Charlie Movie.
Right. And me personally, I'm at B Huntley Films on Instagram, Bobby Huntley Films on Facebook.
Okay. Mr. West, any upcoming events?
Not any upcoming events. However, I will definitely share
where can we book you?
Where you can find me. Yes, absolutely. I'm on Instagram at WesG Photography. That's WESG in the word photography. I am on Facebook, Wes Guerrier Photography, and my last name is Guerrier.
Guerrier.
So Wes Guerrier Photography.
Okay.
I am also on WesGuerrierPhotography.com. I have a domain.
Okay.
And that is my
He paid
website
for
to
it.
showcase.
It's his.
Absolutely. So yeah, come on, visit. You're more than welcome to visit to see what I can do and hopefully we make some magic together. So.
There we go. Miss Laura, give us your itinerary, your to-do list, all that jazz.
If you want to find me, just Google me.
She is so Atlanta now. That is such an Atlanta answer.
She said Google her.
The soul writer.
I thank you guys. Thank you again, Nate. I can't thank you enough. And I've just been thanking people. I have certain people I have an affinity for.
Aww.
You are one of those people.
Thank you.
I cannot thank you enough. Stay on course. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you for the platform. Brother, I messed with you and I was going to use the F word.
And it's still daytime. It's still daytime. Still daytime. Night. But when you get your show up and running again, I want to interview. I want to be in the presence of this. People don't know she did have a radio show, and when she comes back, I want to be on it. That's all I'm saying. That's how you say thank you to Nate. You know, reciprocate.
You got that. You got that. And guys, please make sure that the logistics, Mr. Kevin, we're working on those logistics so I can get Skyped in for the Q&A.
We got it.
That's right. We'll make it happen.
We'll make it happen.
All right.
I'm excited.
Thank you guys.
Okay.
Thank you so
God
much.
bless you, hon.
This has been an early edition of the Artist Exchange Radio Show. I really appreciate all of you guys for coming by, and Lady for coming by and joining us. And I really appreciate you sharing yourself with us. Whatever we can do to help you, definitely let us know. I'm there. I like Atlanta. I'll come to Atlanta for the daiquiri shop.
I've never even been to Atlanta, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. So now we have a movie to come see if next time he does a movie.
No, I'm trying to be in
because he didn't realize he was looking at two actors.
Right.
So.
Actually, my next movie, I'm gonna do something for the fellas.
Oh, that's what's up.
You hear that?
Yeah.
You heard that?
Yeah.
Y'all heard that, people? I'm gonna be in a movie. Did you hear that? That's how you get stuff down. And it's on tape. See, you hear that?
Yeah.
But we'll be there Sunday at the Murphy Fine Arts Center to see Le Charlie.
Yeah.
Le Charlie.
Charlie.
Le Charlie. So it's Le Charlie or Le Charlie?
And we'll be there. And HullyWood will be dressed up.
That's my middle name. HullyWood, Huntley the second.
There we go.
I gotta see your ID on that one.
So we're gonna take a half an hour hiatus, and we'll be right back at 7 o'clock. So go get some snacks. Tune back in. We got Mr. Bashi Rose. We got Sonny Dumarseille, and we have Miss C. Natasha Richburg. I said his name right. Thank you. So we'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show at 7 p.m. sharp. Don't be late. See you later.
Peace.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Peace.
Even as a comedian, if I say a joke and it just might not fit your cup of tea, but it's mine, that's what a comedian is supposed to do.
But people forget
everybody's not going to find your jokes funny. They better find mine funny.
But they forget that, though. They really forget that. They forget that but it's your view. That's why they didn't fire her.
Yeah.
Because her viewpoint is controversial.
Her view. That's the view she sees.
Right.
Everybody is clear to her.
Like they did their reaction to
cellophane.
They did the reaction to the Chris Rock Oscar, and they were talking about Stacey Dash, and I don't think she agrees with Stacey Dash, but she pointed her out as somebody who has an opinion that's just different from everybody else's.
Her opinion is just stupid, though. Stacey Dash she's like a dash. Let's just move on.
I think she's intelligent, but her
You're still going.
opinion.
We're gonna move on. Stacey Dash doesn't need to be talked about. She's irrelevant.
You said her name like 3 times already.
She's irrelevant.
I said it once.
Dash. ... So I couldn't have meant that more. She is so irrelevant. I'm not even gonna say her name. But we're here every Tuesday, and we talk about people just like that.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
So, you know how you round people who really can sing, and they always like, I don't know if it's this time. That's what these well, at least these two over here are giving me right now. It's at the time, you know. It should be 78.5 degrees in here. 0.25. So they're going to share a little bit, just a little taste to get you interested, to get you tingling this morning.
Come on in here.
Share a little of that Banji stole with us.
Stand behind her. Okay. Well, y'all singing y'all mic.
Yeah, y'all can sing.
Okay, so this is called What I Thought. It's also on the album.
Don't hold back.
Okay. Y'all ready? You ready, B? Okay. I see the lights pouring out your face. No, you can't hide. I see them clear as day. I'm growing tired of playing these games. You say I'm tripping, well, get up on this plane now, 'cause I'm pulling out with you all night. Are you going crazy or too damn lazy? We ain't skipping through no daisies. This wasn't my fantasy. This ain't what I thought. And this ain't what I want.
I told y'all wasn't ready. The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Yeah, this the man that holds it down, Mr. Showtime, D the Boss. Check us out every Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
So yeah, people that gravitate towards the simple fact that they just sit around and look at your comments and look at what you post on Facebook or social media for that matter, and they see the videos and they see the messages and they quickly assume that it's about them. But people understand this, that there are 50 billion more people in this world other than your goddamn self. So it's not everybody is going to be talking about you. Mm-hmm. I know quite few people, and I said that to the person. I said, I just don't know you.
Right.
I know a lot of other people. I love music.
Hey everybody, this is your girl, the magical Anissa Maureen. Make sure you tune in to the Charm City Direct Radio Show every Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
Listen to Elizabeth Warren talking about Black lives and Black life.
Police are not occupying armies. This is America, not a war zone. I speak today with full knowledge that I have not personally experienced and can never truly understand the fear, the oppression, and the pain that confronts African Americans every day.
Don't you just want to kill yourself? I mean, not from what she was saying, but from the music that was playing in the background. I just want to, oh gosh, but every word she said was prolific, and it did not come from what is now becoming mainstream as white privilege. She has a sensibility about her, and the way she speaks about different things that has, from the first time I saw her, I can't remember what state she's in. I think she's in like North Carolina or something like that, somewhere I'm not going. That some kind of sensibility about her that makes me like her for president. But she's not running. We have this old guy that looks like he should be on the popcorn box. Then we have Martin O'Malley. Fine. We'll settle if we must. Hillary, who I like, but she just has to fight against all this controversy, and that's the hard part of it all. Then we have Huckabee. I could have swore he died, like in one of those books, like a fairy tale book. Trump, we're going to get to you in a moment. Meet with all these black folk in one room, and they just fell for it. Like, he must have been giving out $100 bills behind that.
Check out the Talk Lately show every Tuesday nights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
There's a rumor going around that Tyler Perry and Oprah are beefing. Well, let me tell you about this. Tyler, okay, told Oprah, bitch, if you don't have my money, we're going to have a problem. Ooh. Oprah said, what is the problem? Ooh. You said if I don't have your money, there was going to be a problem. So Oprah is standing her ground like, bitch, I'm in charge. Yeah, you know, you may have a $250 million studio over there that you film all your shows and movies and stuff on, but I have the empire. That's what Oprah said.
Oh, these are her exact words. Allegedly.
I made this up. But
allegedly.
I made it all up. But there was a rumor that they were beefing. But Tyler confirms that they don't have any issues. So it says it was recently reported on the rumors that was swirling that the twosome were on the outs over constructive criticism of a Perry's show. Well, I got some constructive criticism, and we can be on the outs, Tyler, and I don't give a damn, because I'm going to make a promo out of this anyway and share it to your page. I need the scenes on Have and Have-Nots to be like 5% shorter, each one. I want you to watch an episode of The Young and the Restless, because this is supposed to be a soap opera. No one's dialogue on The Young and the Restless is like this. You don't have to talk about the random plant in the corner for 25 minutes on one damn scene.
They talk about random plants.
It was a blood stain on the floor for 5 episodes. I can't take it. We need to kick this up. I'm sorry. I love the Have and the Have-Nots, and I continue to watch it in its 5th season, but I get so mad when I can go get myself a glass of water and come back and he had just started the next sentence in his first paragraph. I can't stand it.
They just want to get the point across.
It's not but you don't get the point for 4 episodes. It's too much. So, now according to ET Online reports, Tyler Perry has a pre-cut and dried response to a pretty cut and dry response to the rumors about him and Oprah. Here's what he says. It's completely false.
What was that? That was your Tyler Perry impression? Oh, God. What?
That was my Medea voice.
Oh, gotcha.
Nothing is accurate in this article except for mine and Oprah's names. That's what he said. I mean, you see what I mean? You gotta stick around. I mean, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. I mean, they pay us to do this. So we go off
last
every
time on
week.
Talk Lately.
Right here, I don't understand why. Look, me, and I haven't said anything either.